Aloha and good Sunday morning, everyone. As I make this video lesson, it looks like in the France presidential election, the centrist party is going to win. I don't know what that's going to do to the futures market. All I can tell you is that Friday's session was one of those sessions that I've been waiting for a long time. We've gotten a few, I'm kind of pointing to them out during this uptrend where we've been able to open either weak or pull back in the early morning and then rally throughout the rest of the day to close at the high of the day. We haven't had a whole lot of sessions though outside of the NASDAQ that this has happened on, but on Friday the indexes all closed at their high of the day. That's the NASDAQ, that's the S&P 500. This is the Russell 2000. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the IYT. So everything managed to close at its high of the day, the New York Stock Exchange. And I tell you what, that's a pretty convincing statement that this market wants to go higher. Whether it will or not, you'll never know. Nothing's guaranteed in the market. I hate to tell you this. There is no such thing as always or never in the stock market. It's just not that clear cut. So let's go to the new long positions. Lately, the earnings gap ups or any stock that's gapping up, testing support, and then moving higher has so far been my best play. NSIT is the highest quality signal overall, but still there's a lot of risk in it. You can see that there's an earnings gap up, a reversal, but on Friday, nice intraday bullish candle reversal bar here on the daily price chart above average volume, and BOP moved higher, confirming the move. You can see a nice strong previous uptrend. When the stock does uptrend, it likes to make a nice little move. So we'll see if NSIT can do that here. It's extended from all of its short-term moving averages, so my limit order is going to be at 47.71. First cut loss level 45.53, and then right now it's for a gap fill at 43.35. However, it's a fluid situation, that final stop. We'll see what happens. It could become the 50-day moving average if we immediately break 45.53 and we close like at 45.51 and we lose that green BOP and volume's even higher than the day before, then Monday's lower day becomes the final cut loss level. It's a fluid situation based on the price action after we get long. But for now, NSIT, very, very, very nice. This is probably the best signal from Friday. In PVTB, this is a buyout candidate, but you can see it's still trending higher. It was supposed to get, somebody made an offer back here, and then you can see that they saw that they were going to have to raise another offer. Well, this is a very high quality CanSlim stock. So on its own merit and volition, the stock can rally higher on its own. But if this becomes a bidding war for this stock, that's also an added bonus. And if I'm wrong on everything, it's not going to cost me a whole lot. Once again, because the stock's extended from all of its short-term moving averages, I want to go long on Monday with the limit order at 59.65. First cut loss level, 59.20. Moves below 59.20, we barely lose any money. And then for now, just like NSIT, it's the gap fill at 58.19. For now, if it touches 58.19, I'm out. Now let's say, once again, the stock breaks this low a day here on heavy volume, loses green BOP, but closes like at 59.10, then 59.09 becomes my final cut loss level. But if the stock pulls back on low volume, then probably the 50-day moving average becomes my final cut loss level. And if the stock rallies higher, then there probably is no second cut loss level. The 50-day moving average will rise up until it matches 59.20, and that'll become the final cut loss level. So once again, fluid situation, but very good signal overall. Didn't close near the high of the day, but yeah, this is a very nice overall chart pattern. And once again, I'm looking for a measured move similar to any of the previous uptrends you see here. June to December would be best, but November to March will also work. Then high quality stock, kind of thin, BOCH. This was only in my CanSlim quality scan. It also made my tertiary scan, obviously, but look at that huge volume surge. Look at the volume bars in the middle window. They all disappear. Look at BOP. It moves from, it was already green, but trending lower, to yellow, back to max green. That volume and BOP surge, along with that bullish hammer reversal candle pattern, right near the 50-day moving average, super, 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 super bullish. And as you can see, the intraday price range is actually touching the 10, 20, and 5-day moving average, so a lot of support levels there. So BOCH is a new long position, CanSlim quality. Going to be using the high day, 11.15 is my limit. First cut loss level, 10.70. Final cut loss level, 10.40. clear, 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 clear cut. But I definitely like the signal. It's just a thin stock, so it could be choppy and it could easily take out that first stop loss level before it does move higher. Then TITN, this is probably one of my favorite overall chart patterns. Let's open that price bar up a little bit from Friday, but it's not the highest quality stock, but still that limited risk for the potential reward of another maybe measured move from November to December. We're looking at a possible 80% move. We're in our first cut loss level, we risk 1%, and then to our final cut loss level, we risk 4%. Take that any day. TITN, another one of those bullish reversal candle patterns. Not a candle over candle pattern, but still a very bullish hammer-like reversal candle pattern. Zoom in on that. Big volume surge, BOP steadily rising and even rising to a higher green level. Want to go long, limit order 1531, first cut loss level 1503. Final cut loss level 1459. Pretty clear cut. You could also use, just taking a quick look and using green BOP, I might even do this. 1503. Right now, my stops are not set up this way, but I could change it. 1458 for 2/3 of it. And then to give it some really room to work, 1390 for the final cut loss level. But I would think, though, if it's going to fail this one, I'd rather just be out. But we'll see. I'm thinking since they're so tight, I might go back into my order entry panel and change it from this final stop and this stop to 1, 2, 3, just to give it some room to work. I mean, it's only a 1% long position. It was only my price volume BOP scan, so it won't hurt to have 3 stops. Because on the next long, BZH, I only have 1 stop. BZH, earnings gap up winner, reversal off the intraday high, and then this earnings winner. Normally, I like to see the intraday tail bounce off the previous support line, so I like to see the gap up low tested and then the reversal. But if you look at like the recent long positions like NSIT, PVTB, gosh, I got to look at my list really quick. Have there been, LPLA, look at LPLA, look at NOW. You'll see that the buyable gap ups on these earnings winners are all in stocks hitting new highs. All of them are reaching new high grounds. PVTB is not an earnings winner, but close enough. And then you have BZH. BZH is an earnings winner, but not reaching new high ground. But you can see it's breaking out of this consolidation pattern. So because it's not at new high ground, I don't need it to test the lows. It looks like it's completely, look at this, rounding out. After you got a bit, even though it's not a true cup with handles come from uptrend. So this is a bottoming cup and then a handle. So technically this is going to be a cup right here pattern. But you can see the dry up in the base in the weekly. You can see the volume surge with the pocket pivot point on the weekly. So it's a beautiful signal. So I don't need to touch the lows. But it is extended short term from its 5, 10, 20-day moving average. So limit order at 1304. The only cut loss level is 1238 because that's where all the green BOP is. If there was, let's say, green BOP here on this day or green BOP here, then I would go ahead and use these lows. But, this stock has only really started to show extreme strength, and there's too many other good stocks out there that if this doesn't work immediately, I just want to get out. So 1238. Stop, 1304 limit. Then there's STV. STV speculative, but I'm already long. This is an add signal. I already went long here on STV. Now it's a nice add signal with the pocket pivot point signal. With this add signal, I will now be splitting all of my stops into 3. This level right here, 169. This level right here, 166, and this level right here, 162. And once again, because STV is extended from the majority, it's super extended from the 20-day moving average. Even though it's touching the 510, it's extended from its 20-50-10 so much that with the high day being 174 and this being 174, obviously my limit will be 174. Then I also want to add to staff. Staff is a speculative quality long, but very, very nice chart pattern. I said the 50-day moving average needed to hold. My final cut loss level for now is right here. Now with this long position add, I will be taking all the remaining position that I have along with the new buy and splitting it up between this low and this low. And I might get cute once again and go this low, this low, and this low. And then I'm running out of time on this video. Final long is TVIZ. TVIZ, I might as well add a hedge with all these new long positions. Want to get long using a limit at 18.19, and my final cut loss level is going to be 17.66. So if it moves below 17.66, I will personally be out of half, but everybody else should probably be out of all. Okay, that's all the new long positions, everyone. I'll see you back here on Monday.